Hi, I'm Ariel Hubbard, and I'm here today to talk with you about trigger points, to teach you about them and how to track them through the body. I'm here with my student Pat and also my assistant Gavin, and we will be working on Pat together today, and we're going to teach you about these points. Now, if you've studied anything about them, you've probably seen the charts, and you'll see that there are places in the body where there are charts that will refer pain from one place to another. What I'm going to be teaching you is a more intuitive style of working with these, just in case you don't have your charts, or you can't remember your charts, or maybe you can remember generally where points refer to, or if you haven't learned that yet, this will at least give you a starting point. So trigger points are places in the body where acetylcholine has fired excessively into the tissue, and that's a neurotransmitter, by the way, and it's caused the muscle fascicles to tighten up because there's too much calcium sitting in the tissue, and the tissue stays contracted. And they're like little pieces of macaroni. They feel like little peas or macaroni underneath the surface of the skin, and they're extremely painful. A client who comes in and they're cringing and their neck hurts, they're going to say, "Ow, I can't move my neck." They probably have what are called active trigger points. And people whom you're massaging, and you massage them and you press a point and they say, "Ow," and you say, "Does this point refer anywhere else?" Those people probably have latent trigger points. You're also going to encounter what's a primary point and a secondary point. So when you're massaging, you might find a primary point, you'll press on it, and it's a point of exquisite pain. When they press it, they say, "Ow, ow, ow." And so I'll ask my client right now, can you feel that?
Yes, I can.
And so you'll ask them, "And does this hurt?" And they'll say yes. A lot of times they'll scream, yell yes, or just enthusiastically let you know that it hurts. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask them, "Does this refer anywhere else?" And when they say yes, they may sound a little confused, and you could say something to them like, "Does it light up? Do you feel like sensations traveling somewhere else in the body?" And they'll say yes, and you can say, "Is it a point?" which would be the secondary point, or would it be a zone, which would be a secondary zone. So primary points where you first run across the trigger point, that's the origin. Secondary is where it travels to. Now, here's the thing that's interesting about these. Sometimes you think you're on a primary point, and if you work with these, you may realize it's not actually primary point. It might be a secondary point for a different trigger point. So we'll talk about tracking in a minute. First, we're going to demonstrate. We're going to have Gavin work with Pat on her legs. Now, again, if you've looked at the maps, there are places where these tend to accumulate. They don't just accumulate in the skeletal muscles. They also accumulate inside internal organs, which is really interesting. And the thing about internal organs is they don't register pain usually unless they're stretched in a way that's uncomfortable. So people may not even know they have trigger points in their internal organs. But in their skeletal muscle, they'll feel it. And you're finding a spot here. It's a good idea. You can use all different types of massage to release a trigger point. Deep tissue, sports, tween knob, cross fiber, myofascial release. There's so many different techniques you can use. The point is to get the right spot. And did you see her flinch right there? That's a sign that you've hit it. Okay, where does it refer to?
Oh, my lower back.
And it's in the lower back. So I'm going to have you hold this point, and I'm going to ask her specifically where. Sometimes you can feel a connection, an energetic connection. I'm guessing I'm on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're aware of energy flow in the body, you probably feel that secondary point call you. You'll feel the cells call you. So I'm going to come in. I'm just placing my hand on the point like this, and I'm just pressing. And I'm going to do a little oscillation technique. And I usually do these for 15 seconds or less. Some people teach longer, and sometimes it's 8 seconds or less, and we're going to get down to the 8 countdown, and it's good to let the client know because this is usually very uncomfortable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did it release?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
The secondary point released. Now when Gavin massages the primary point, do you still feel that?
Less.
Okay, massage, we're going to do deep massage here. Do deeper and harder. 8, it's fast. 7, 6, yes, it's going to make them breathe. 5, 4, keep breathing, you're doing great. 3, 2, 1. Okay, do you still feel it?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. If she still feels it in that point, go ahead and hold that again. Do you feel it referring anywhere else? Sometimes one primary point can refer to several secondary points. This is how we're tracking it through the body. You may even feel it. She's wiggling. Do you see her wiggling her toes? To me, that's a sign that the referral pattern is traveling down the leg. So I'm going to go over to that foot. Let's see what happens here. Okay, do you feel this in your leg or your foot?
It's actually my foot, my toes.
In the top of the toes?
Right there.
Okay, and I'm going to massage this, and here we go. Keep breathing. Notice her breathing pattern. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did that release?
Yes.
Does it go ahead and the primary point? Do you feel it? Do you
Yes.
still feel it there?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so what happens is you can palpate different parts of the body right in here. You feel it.
Yeah.
Tibialis anterior is a great place to find them on the legs. Where does that refer to?
Phew. Bottom of my foot.
Bottom of the foot. You get that, and I'll get this one. And sometimes their feet will actually cramp up. So, yes, you're going to hear groaning, sweating. See the sweating. They may slam the table. Let them know before you work on them that this is pretty intensive form of body work, but it can relieve a lot of pain. There you go. 5, 4, 3, doing great. 2, 1. Okay, do you still feel it?
Yes.
Still feel it in the foot?
On the foot, yes.
In the same spot?
A little bit higher.
Aha! It moved. I'm on her flexor hallucis brevis right now.
Yes.
And that can get really tight and cramped. And so you do need to make sure that you're massaging that primary point, because that primary point stimulates that secondary point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, do you still feel it on this point right here on the foot?
Just a little bit, but it's getting
Okay.
less.
Okay, and sometimes you'll feel an energetic release. If you're sensitive, you're going to feel energy accumulate in the point, and then you'll feel it release out the point. So I'm pulling that out, and then I'm charging it with white light. You do not have to do that if you're not interested in working with the energetic aspect, but if it helps, go ahead and give it a try. Okay, now do you still feel it in the primary point?
Nope.
Okay, good. Okay, now a couple things to be aware of. I call the scalenes the mother lode. They have trigger point patterns that can refer up into the head, the forehead, the back of the head, down the sternocleidomastoid, into the chest, up and down into the back, up over the shoulders, I should say, down in the back, even down in the arms. So if you want to find trigger points, this is a good place to start. So what you're going to do is you're going to palpate the tissue. You're going to look for hypertonic tissue. There we go. Okay, right here?
Yes.
Right side?
Yes.
Okay, where is it referring to?
Kind of here.
Okay, so we're looking at pec major. Okay, I'm going to press pec major. I'm going to press this. Okay. Take a deep breath. Doing great with your breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Has that released?
Yes.
Good. How about the primary point?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now you can actually do this whenever you feel hypertonic muscle. Usually the scalenes and the SEM are great places right here.
Yes.
So watch their body language. If you see them flinch, jump, hand or foot dances, wiggling, twitching, crying, laughing, yelling, sweating, these are all signs that their sympathetic nervous system is being activated. Okay, where do you feel this?
Oh, my middle finger.
Okay, go ahead and you get that part right there. Okay, so
A little bit higher up. This way. Towards the
Good.
Right there.
there you go. Go ahead and, okay, I'm just going to hold. So you hold the primary point, massage the secondary point.
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Feel it release?
It's a little bit on the knuckle.
Okay, move it up to the knuckle.
Right. A little lower.
There you go.
Away from the knuckle.
Okay.
A little bit lower. Right there.
Yep. And if they cringe, you've got it. You do need them, again, let your client know this is going to be pretty intense. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, does that release?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, this is good.
Oh, yeah, so
Okay, he's just doing it again. He's going through 3 different cycles. Okay, now, so you can, if you are sensitive, you might feel, look at the pattern, she's cringing like this, so there might be another point right here in her extensor digitorum. I have a gift, okay. It's a joke, but it's not really, because what happens is, if you watch their pain patterns, or they're cringing, you'll see that they actually have, there we go. You'll see the muscles soften when it's lets go. Okay, now I'm going to press the neck. How's that feel?
Much better.
Okay, good. All right, now, it's important to go ahead and let the client know that you're going to be working with them, and that it might be uncomfortable, but it's quick, and we're doing this quickly. Okay, so that was our conversation about trigger points, and thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Good job. How do you feel?
Much better.
Fantastic.
When you hit that point, I felt it on my